Hello, hello. We are back again today to go over our trades. Today was great. I actually ended up back in the green. Yesterday was a disaster, and today was just a wonderful trade. So let's just get right into it. I started the morning off just by scalping through any of the top movers for the day, and I got a hold of a few different stocks that I wanted to take a look at before I did my usuals. I typically avoid scalping in the mornings because I don't have time and I like to just trade right away when I can. Now, I do scalp in the morning for any top movers or any breaking news, but typically the night before is when I start doing my research and scalping to see what I want to trade aside from my usuals, which are Tesla, SPY, and Bank of America. And I also like to trade Apple sometimes, not all the time, because Apple is not good to me, you guys. Oh my God, not at all. So I basically ended up, of course, just doing SPY today. I ended up getting a put on SPY and a call on SPY. All of my trades were in the green. So I was so happy about that. This is live, by the way. The reason why this screen looks different from my previous videos is because I tried to screen record it, but when I screen recorded on my laptop, it was pretty difficult to put it back on my phone because that's where I edit the videos. So that's why you're only seeing like clips of my chart. I will get better at screen recording, I promise. So here I am just looking at the S&P 500, analyzing where I want to enter. What you're looking at right now is a beautiful chart. This is just how I would love all of my charts to look, but unfortunately, they don't. You will see that S&P rose and then it dropped a little, which we like to call a breakout, and then it rose again, and then it broke out, and then it rose again. I mean, this is what I love to see. This right here gives you a clear entry point and a clear exit point, which is what we look for. So in this specific case, we are just taking a look at the MACD. We're looking at the different indicators that I have set up. As you can see, it is below that EMA, but then after it broke up, it rose right back up the EMA. And the EMA is that blue line. Blue line is the EMA 9. The magenta line is the EMA 20. And then I have a purple one, which is way on the bottom, and that's the EMA for the 200. What that means is the blue line shows me where the last 9 candlesticks were for this specific stock. The magenta tells me where the last 20 candlesticks were. And then the purple, which you can't see because it's actually on the bottom and I didn't scroll down to it, that shows me where the last 200 candlesticks were. This is important because it lets me know like what my average is, like how low can I get, right? Or how high can I get when it comes to the price movement for that specific day. So here we are again, just taking a look at all the different movements. As you can see, it broke out again. So think of it like as a step, like a cartoon going up the step, and then it goes down the step, and then it goes back up the step, and then down the step, and then goes back up. This is what I love to see. I love to see a smooth and steady pattern. That's why today's trading went well, because the pattern was there. We weren't rushing. We stuck to the strategy, and we made some decent money. Purpose is to always stay in the green, is to make sure that our winning rate surpasses the losing rate. I typically track my trades in an Excel spreadsheet. So I haven't been updating my May trades, unfortunately, because I've been super swamped. So that is something that I plan on doing over the weekend. So here you can see the S&P. This is live. It's moving. So look at our MACD right on the bottom. The blue line is above that yellow line, specifically to the graphs that are on the bottom with the blue and the white and the red bars. That's our MACD. And things are looking great. Things are looking very great here. So now let's go over to Robinhood so you can take a look at how fast the money goes. So this is my call that I have on SPY. My break even was at 518.76. And as you can see, I don't like to look at the money and the returns. I'm setting up my alerts right here because I like for Robinhood to alert me and for TradingView to alert me so that I'm not missing any price movements. So that's what I'm doing here, just setting up my different price movements. And now we're up $12. We're up 1%, depending on the amount that I invested. Once I get to about 15 to 20%, I typically cash out. In this specific case, I definitely cashed out earlier than expected. If I would have held longer, it would have been a lot more profits. But again, there's a risk, right? It could drop right away and it could raise right away, and that's why I like to show everyone how this actually looks on the Robinhood side, because you can literally see all the money you're making and the money that you're losing within minutes. So I'm just watching SPY on my computer. I'm watching the chart, and then I'm also watching SPY move on Robinhood. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to see when it's time for me to cash out. Now I will say that this specific call, I ended up selling it, but I will say, had I held that call much longer, SPY ended up at like 519.40. SPY is a type of stock or ETF that will drop within minutes. So now here I am. I bought a call on Big Commerce because Big Commerce really took off today. It was like at negative $30, negative $20. That's what I'm losing. I also like to simulate my returns to see like, okay, what price do I have to have this stock hit in order for me to cash out? We were up 15% on this one because we only spent about $200. So we were up like, once I hit, I think 25%, I definitely cashed out on this one. This one was a really good deal because after I cashed out, BIGC just kept dropping, and it was just a great move. I'm glad that I cashed out when I did for this one. The trick to options is to never ever watch your money. Never watch your P&L. Just keep watching the candlestick, keep watching the chart. The chart is what will steer you in the right direction. I promise. Because if you will be just watching your P&L, your emotions are going to take over and you will lose out on potential profits and you will leave money on the table. And this is something that I learned the hard way, and I just highly recommend, do not look at your P&L, just pay attention to your candlesticks. We are on our third trade right now, and I got a put on SPY. I think I bought my put first and then my call last. So my put just basically means that I predicted that SPY would get down to 518.92. Now, let me tell you how clever I am with these options. When I know that it's skyrocketed high and I know it's going to drop, what are we going to do then? We're going to buy a put and we're going to sell it. When I know that the price is very low and I know that it's going to go right back up, I'm going to buy a call. So that's what I did today. I bought a put saying that it's going to drop below 518.92. And it did, clearly, as you can see. And then once it was done dropping and it was ready to rise again, I bought a call saying that it's going to go right back up to 519, and that's what it did. My call I sold at 519.10, and then my put I sold, I think, at like a 10% profit. So yeah, like that's how I like to manipulate the system. Overall, today was a great trading day, and stay tuned for more. I will be posting about how I prepped the night before, and I'll always post my recap so that you can take a look at my day trades. Bye. It's a great day, and thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.